Hi, well, everyone, and welcome back to Dinner and a Game. Sorry, chaos, anarchy. We are a little bit late, and we apologize for that. I am getting audio bleed through. We are a little bit late, and we apologize for that. I am getting audio bleed through. We are a little bit late, and we apologize. 1 second.
Try again.
I am getting audio bleed through. Still getting it. It's going away.
Try again.
Still getting it.
Okay, I tried my thing. Sorry. Try again.
Huh?
See how you are you guys hearing Jessica say try again over and over
Okay, I
again?
tried my thing. Sorry.
No.
Try again.
Okay, we've got some wild stuff happening. Jessica say try again over
No,
and over
it's
again?
just, we've been together so long. You
Okay.
hear
It's the
my
Fae.
voice
It's the Fae. It's the Fae. Blame the Fae.
It's
It's the
just-
Fae.
over and
Okay, I
over.
think I got it. Whoo! It was me. It was me. Wow, that was a lot. Hi guys. More technical issues, as the gentleman over at OA would say. They're features.
Features.
Features. So, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are here on a Tuesday night because this is the night we get together and we try and take a bite out of crime, or each other, or the bad guys, or whatever.
All right, McGruff.
But we're here to play our World of Darkness open world TTRPG, utilizing the World of Darkness or the World of Darkness 20th anniversary rulebooks. These are the books that are, if you played Vampire the Masquerade or Werewolf or anything like that back in the 90s and 2000s, you will recognize most of the rules. They have been updated. There are some new disciplines. There are some changes to disciplines. If you have anything that you see that looks weird, it's because they changed it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but we're going to be playing the 20th edition version of this, and we are basically doing an open world game because, we didn't want to limit anyone. We wanted everyone to have choices of the characters, and I really like the concept in World of Darkness of the orphans. Orphans are practitioners and supernatural creatures that do not follow what their societal norms are for their set type. A vampire who doesn't directly choose to associate with vampires. Changelings who do not choose to participate in court or any courtly functions. A werelion who, well, basically werelions are usually on the outside anyway. But a werelion who is does not stay within his prides, and a mage who doesn't commonly associate with other mages. And finally, a werewolf who does not stay with her pack. So this is the concept of orphans, people who don't fit in, even in a fringe society like the supernatural. So tonight I am joined by these amazing and wonderful people, and I thank you guys so much for being here. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
And how is everyone doing tonight?
I'm here.
Not dead
Yeah. It's one of those it's been a day type of days. It is wild, it is crazy, and we are going to get through this, ladies and gentlemen. We're all going to get through this together, because that's how we do. But in the meantime, Em, how have you been? Okay, Em, who are you going to be playing tonight?
Hi, I'm plating. Here we go again. Hi, I am playing.
You're plating? Here we go again? Is
Yeah,
that her
here we
full
go
name?
again. Mamma Mia, here I go again.
My,
How
can I
Yeah. Okay, I'm playing Lady Rosaline. She is a she who got dadded last session by Emery's into the smooch. The smooch with Finn.
The smooch heard throughout the store.
Oh, yes.
And
Oh, yes.
we will be delving more into the repercussions of the smooch and a lot of other things tonight. Sphinx, let's jump over to you. Sphinx, hi, how you been?
I'm all right.
See, that's how you do Em, you answer.
trying to just, it's life is life. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. tap dancing on the edge at all times, right?
Oh, always.
And who are
But
you
I
going to
like
be playing
it on the
tonight?
edge. I will be playing Emerus Malik Grant, who is our Order of Hermes mage, and that is my dog Gallifrey, who is also wants in on that conversation. Emerus is the self-appointed dad of the group. He is the dad friend. And is who's also trying to save his adopted daughter from a potentially gnarly fate.
He is a strong practitioner of dad magic, and we fully agree with this and support it completely.
Absolutely.
Right.
I do not.
You do not support it completely? Why not?
Well, I'm the one who calmed that shit down because the kid he's wanting to kill also has a dad. Just saying.
Hey, he's defending his own kid from the other kid.
I understand that.
Hey, there's got to be a breaking point.
Okay,
There's always a breaking
the
point.
self-appointed mom. No, you can't just go around randomly killing kids.
It's not random. It's very specific.
It's not random at all. Not even a little random.
Well, since she's being so incredibly talkative tonight, thank you very much for taking up the banner, Night Sorrows. We really appreciate it, and thank you for following us. But since she's being very talkative, beautiful, beautiful wife, how are you doing tonight?
Coffee.
Doesn't have any coffee because she refuses to ask her son to do anything.
No, I asked. He's ignoring me.
Oh, well, then we have a brat. But
sounds like a good time to change the Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, right in the middle. Now. Actually, I'm scared I'll break something, so I'm not going to change anything, and I'll just go get her coffee in a minute. But who are you going to be playing tonight, beautiful wife?
Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm playing a satyr. Yep.
And the satyr's name is?
Oh shit, that's right. I need to bring her up. Sunny Danum.
Sunny Danum.
I just woke up from my nap. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. And so, transitioning around from someone who's hopefully not as sleepy, Milagros.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you going to be playing tonight?
I am playing Pandora, our Black Fury werewolf, who has had a character accessory upgrade. These are now a permanent fixture of my face and also hers. For sensory reasons, but also for cool looking reasons. Because,
Because you got to look like a badass when you are a badass. It's like in the rules. And the name.
Is in the rules.
All right. Excellent. Thank you very much. Jonathan, how have you been?
I'm doing well.
Good. Who are you going to be playing this evening?
I am playing Mark, who recently the group has got his last name now too, so it's Mark Dulac, and he is a were-lion who also has like a fairy, not like a complete fairy soul, but like more than a normal human kind of shoehorned in there.
Yeah, they call what the Fae have, what Jonathan's describing, is something called their seeming, and for Fae, they have an appearance that humans can see and other people who are not Fae can see. And then they also have what's called their seeming, which is their supernatural appearance. And that is often can be very different. Like Jessica's character to regular people looks like a human. But to Fae, she has goat legs and goat horns and goat ears and is usually pretty naked because she has furry legs. But that's just the nature of the seeming. It covers up their supernatural nature for them as both a means of protecting them and as a concept that, if you have to be kind of enlightened to be able to see it. And Jonathan's character is actually a were-lion, but also has a seeming.
And everybody at this point now has been enchanted, so they have seen all of the Fae characters' actual true seeming selves.
Yeah. Oh yes, lots of leggy.
There's been lots of difficulty in concentrating. We have a lot of very pretty Fae. Because we have 2 6 appearance Fae here. And for those who want to know the mechanics, the highest natural appearance you can have is a 5. That's basically supermodel. But we have two characters, a character and an NPC here who have 6s because it's actually a supernatural thing with them.
Yeah, and the type of Fae also is one of the
Mhm.
ones that can go above a 5.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with the system too, just so you know, the Fae characters in the group, that's not the most attractive you can be as a Fae either. So like
Yeah.
we've probably all seen people that are actually better looking than the 6. Not many, but there are like even Fae supermodels among the Fae.
And we did have a hydrate, so thank you, Nick.
Yeah, I got yelled at for having Pepsi. Get over it.
I saw that.
Hey, you can have all the Pepsi you want. You know why?
Why?
That means there's less for me to suffer through.
Ugh.
Uh,
Emotional damage.
I feel attacked.
No, you can have all the Pepsi you want. Don't you like that?
It's all yours. Our
We
daughter,
like that.
our daughter
You don't have to
normally
share.
would be chugging it down, but we leave it for you.
Look on the bright side. At least you didn't win a lifetime supply of Pepsi, which is basically 2 cans.
But
She drinks.
I have upgraded.
I see that.
All right. So, and finally, of course, Ivy. Who will you
Our
be playing tonight?
gorgeous.
Hi, that's me. No, I'm playing the lovely Vera Rola, who is a La Sombra vampire. She's great. She's fun.
And tonight,
Go best friend.
Go
Yeah.
best
Go
friend.
best
Go best friend.
Her last name is Gorilla?
Vera Rola.
Vera Rota.
Rota.
Oh, okay. That is totally not what subtitles are saying.
The
That's
subtitles
makes it
are
even
good,
funnier.
but they're not perfect.
That's funnier.
So, tonight we're going to be going through the trials and tribulations of these incredibly diverse set of characters, but also during the show, we're going to be doing a little bit of something else. So, first off, for those of you who have taken up that great burden of becoming a dagger and following us here, when we hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch, we are going to be giving away this set of books. This is the D&D 5e set of books. This is the player's handbook, the monster's manual, the DMG, and the GM screen, plus that slipcase. Ow, actually bothered to hold them up for once. Oh, it's big, it's heavy, and these are the foil covers, so they're not like normal covers. They're shiny, they're bright, and you will be able to keep your books sorted out from other people's books because they will not look the same. And that is what we're getting away with. We hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch. I'm still getting a lot of... Oh, the dog opened the door.
Yeah, the dog opened the door.
Someone won't wear her headphones. That's her.
They don't fit over the horns.
The earbuds do. But anyway, so we also have another item we're doing. If you follow us over on TikTok, you can find this on TikTok. We are going to be giving away our Tower of Terror, which is a 4-story tall, 11-inch tall, 9-inch wide Wizard's Tower that comes printed out for you. It's 3D printed by me. And it breaks down into pieces that can be stored in a box. And it basically has all this items. It comes with the window coverings for those windows, and it comes with stairs for each level. You can break it down. You can make it 1 story, 2 story, 3 stories, whichever one you want, 4 stories. And it is yours when we hit 1,000 followers over on TikTok. We're at 860, I think, right now. So we're almost there. You can find the links to our items here. And, of course, during the show, we will be giving away a mini at the break. And, whoa. What did I do to this poor thing? I see someone's foot, and that's it. That's brilliant. I really cropped the hell out of this. Okay, so we're going to be giving away a mini from this set of 3D printed minis. This is from a company called Loot Studios. They literally make the files that we use to print out minis, and they give them away, or they sell them to their customers, who I am one of. And because I have a 3D printer, I am going to use that 3D printer and I'm going to print out these minis for you. Now, we have given away the Armored Dragon Cultist, the Dragon Cult Talon, the Arcane Half Dragon, and which one did we give away last time? Did we give the Swamp Half Dragon? Oh no, the Green Aqua Wyvern. So we've given all those minis. Now we're going to keep on giving away these minis until we have run out of minis. So our choices this evening are the War Troll, the Swamp Half Dragon, or the Dragon Cult's Wise One. So we're going to choose one of these, and then at the break we're going to go and start a contest, a giveaway, raffle for it, and then we're going to give that away when we come back from break. We'll probably go on break about 9:30. So we will see which one we pick. We'll go ahead and kind of vote on that right before we go on break, and then we'll go ahead and start the giveaway then, and we will come back from break, and someone will have a new mini. All right, so let's get down to brass tacks. Shoot, I literally watched the video before we did this, and now I can't remember. Where were we when we left off? I cannot for the life remember right now.
Talking about going to the horizon.
Oh yes, we're going to the horizon plane to try and because we were going to be trying to see if they could separate Eric and Penny. We were going to the horizon realm of a mine master. Tati had called her, and if that could be done, and she said it could be done, and it could be done without
Lady Ellery.
And she said it could be done without the need of severing Penny's silver tether, which would have meant her mind and body would have been separated. So technically she would be dead. And she could do it without severing her tether. And she could separate Penny and Eric, who had unfortunately done a Vulcan mind meld due to Penny trying to take memories out of Eric's head and botching the role completely. So it was a very classic scene.
Yeah, and Rosaline is having a crisis because of the time.
Yep, because Rosaline also has to be at court. How long do you have now, Rosaline?
I have the meeting with the possible
Wraith lady person.
Wraith lady. I don't know if she's a Wraith, but my brain is telling me she's a Wraith.
I love that. My brain is telling me she's a Wraith, so I'm going with it.
Yep. And then I have court the day after. The day that the sun is rising is the day of our meeting.
Yep. All right. So you guys were making preparations to leave? Because I remember everyone had kind of gathered up.
Rosaline just came back downstairs, kind of a bit of a mess. Flustered mess, to be exact.
Very rosy cheeks.
Yeah, has a locket on, has a new locket. And Finn was stating, wherever Rosaline goes, I go.
Yep. So, and it was also coming up on dusk because Vera was waking up.
No, Vera was going to sleep
bed.
last time we ended, so there's a whole daytime before we would get back to her waking up.
Yep.
That doesn't feel fair. Ivy's here.
It's fine.
No.
Oh no, because
Pandora with us to
Pandora.
the horizon plane.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
no.
bring her.
Oh, that's what it was. Because
Yeah,
they're going
we're
to
gonna
the
bring her to the
horizon
horizon
plane,
now.
and there's technically no day or night there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because Pandora has so many things to say to me.
2! She promised 2!
I said I'd say 2 words.
The F you.
That's a letter
might
and
be.
a word.
It might be.
All right, so what are you guys planning on doing? So Finn is kind of like standing fairly close
I
to
think it was
Rosalind?
behind.
Yeah, he was right behind. Oh, you put his hands on your shoulders. That's right. What are you doing, Mark?
I'm just waiting for this to wind down so that I can tell them I'll be back at 6:30 tomorrow before they're gonna do whatever they're doing, so I can go back to my den realm, have my big powwow with the spirits, and we can start strategizing and training for dealing with stuff. Because I've spent a lot of time keep telling the spirits like, hey, like we need to like work on some stuff and learn some things, and then I never get to follow through. We always stay so really busy all the time.
It's almost like
I'm
it's
sorry, Penny keeps
arranged
getting
that way.
into trouble. This is all Penny's fault.
It's all Penny's fault.
Penny's
My-
never done
Penny?
anything wrong ever.
My
not
child
once.
has done nothing wrong. She's
He's
a
never
sweet
done anything.
bean who was just
Nobody,
trying
okay,
to
but
help me.
nobody said she wasn't a sweet bean. You're getting awful defensive.
They just said she's a
course I
trouble
am.
magnet.
Hey, B, no, you cannot have the pizza cat. No.
Cat
I
can
feel
totally.
like you said you did not have the pizza
Cat
cat.
can has
as in
pizza.
cat
Is the
pizza.
cat a samurai pizza cat?
Mine are.
So it seems like people have kind of settled down. So I'm just gonna be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna be back at like 6:30 tomorrow.
No,
I'm just gonna kind of start walking out.
You're not gonna come with us and try to help figure this out in the Horizon realm. You're not. You're just gonna.
They're
just gonna
sleeping.
go. Am I sleeping? I thought we were all downstairs in the basement.
Vera is sleeping.
That's
You
fine.
going without Vera?
No, I'm gonna carry her ass
'Cause if you're going without Vera, then I'm staying behind to make sure nothing happens to Vera. So either way, I'm staying here until at least 6:30.
She's coming with us.
Well, then I guess I'll be back at 6:30 when we all go to this Horizon realm.
What?
I don't know what your obsession is at 6:30. I guarantee you shit happens prior to that time.
No, I have a meeting this afternoon.
Well, then make your
Yeah.
meeting and then come back and we can do the thing tomorrow.
It's in San Francisco.
Use a trot. It doesn't like you can't come back.
I'm pretty sure we have to do this nowish. I'll turn to Tati. What are your thoughts? When will be the best time for us to get this done? I'm assuming as soon as possible. But I might.
Yes, it absolutely is as soon as possible. The longer we leave them like this, the more stress it is on both of them. I do not know what it will do to him, but to her, it could break her mind.
Yes, and I would like to avoid that, if at all possible, at whatever cost is.
Do we need to take your friend with us?
Yes.
I mean, you said it yourself. The more allies we have, the better, right?
I'm just checking. And she says, I'll be back. And she walks down the hallway towards Vera's room.
Okay.
I'm gonna like start bouncing down the hallway. No, she's sleeping. Like you're not supposed to mess with her right now.
She kind of stops and turns around and looks at you, and she says, child, go sit down. The adults are working. And she turns around and starts walking down to Vera's room.
I'm gonna keep like trying to stay between her and Vera's room. No. Like she does not like being woken up. Like you don't.
Mark. If there's anything that I have learned from my mentor, is to not interrupt her.
Oh no, this is funny.
Wait, so you're gonna
Let it
let
play
your
out.
mentor invade her personal boundaries and private time of sleeping?
Yep.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
You chose your mentor over your friend?
Mark.
Yes.
Mark, you don't understand.
Oh no, I understand completely. This is a
Do you?
very good warning sign to the things to come.
Do you understand? I love Vera very much. We are going to need her.
Tati
And-
just goes. And the air in front of her begins to waver. It widens out. It becomes like a heat shimmer in front of her until it gets to be just about as wide as the hallway. Then she steps into it and disappears. And it collapses with an audible pop.
Go like crack open Vera's door, see if she's invaded Vera's room, but try to do so in a way that doesn't make a lot of light in there.
Canonically, how many times has Mark accidentally woken Vera up and then had to deal with that? Just
It
Never.
is absolutely-
okay.
Here's the thing. It is almost completely impossible to wake you up.
No, that's why I'm like,
You
canonically,
literally have to
who's
take you out
actually
into
woken
the
her
you have to
up?
take you out into the sunlight to where you get hurt or light you on fire. That might wake you up. Mark would have to like claw at you or bite you.
I'm just curious as to who canonically has woken her up where Mark's like, absolutely not. Like, we've dealt with this, like, I wonder just...
Everyone did stress to Mark not to wake Vera up.
That is true. That is true.
So,
I think that rule applied to Mark because of what Mark is.
it probably also applied to Pandora, but no one ever thought Pandora would actually voluntarily go into Vera's room.
Never has, never will.
So, you go to open the door, Mark?
Yeah.
You open the door, and Tati is kind of... She's standing right beside Vera. Vera, you keep a bed, or do you keep a casket?
Vera keeps a casket.
Okay. Sleep with the clothes and everything?
Yep.
All right. So she's standing beside Vera's casket. And as you open the door a crack, she says, she kind of just looks at you, and then she just and the door slams closed. And she kind of, so you don't know what's happening. Vera.
Just lean against the wall. I told you, man.
Hang on a second.
I'm just gonna storm out of the store at this point.
Out of the store?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mark and his tantrums.
Guys, you know the last time he went off, he fought something, right?
Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Fine.
It was on YouTube.
Good, because I'm not good.
I'll go after Mark. Mark, where are you going?
I'm going home.
Why? We're gonna need you for this.
So
You want me to go on a super dangerous mission when you don't respect other people's boundaries? She's sleeping. She needs her sleep to be functional. You're gonna wake her up in the middle of the day and drag her onto some misguided adventure that you probably don't have to have her for, and it's gonna end up hurting her.
I'm gonna walk up to Mark. I'm gonna very gently put my hand on his shoulder. Mark, you just went out on a misguided adventure and fought a vampire. Was caught on YouTube doing so.
Okay, I went out for a different purpose.
And
That
wound
vampire
up
attacked
fighting
me.
vampires.
So you're saying I should not have defended myself. I should have just let him attack me.
I'm saying that you shouldn't have gone out on this misguided adventure for whatever it was to fight vampires.
So you're saying we should never leave this place that's safe to go interact with other supernatural creatures. That's what you're telling me.
You are putting words in my mouth, and that is not what I'm saying.
You're telling me I shouldn't have gone someplace where other supernaturals are. Where are we about to go?
I am making the comparison of your misguided adventure with
And
my
I'm comparing that
misguided
to
adventure.
your current adventure you're proposing, and you're
I
not
am
making the
trying to
parallel.
save my daughter.
I
Do you
understand.
not understand that?
And I
Do
went to
you?
that bar to try to save your daughter by getting information that would have been helpful.
And did you get information that would have been helpful?
No, but we're gonna go this adventure. Are you
here
gonna
we have
guarantee
a
that they're gonna be able to
tangible-
separate them correctly? Can
have
you
a
guarantee they'll
tangible
separate them
lead.
correctly? Can you
Yes.
guarantee they'll separate them correctly?
More than anyone, I trust her, and I point to the room where my Tati is gone. I point to Vera's room. I trust her more than anyone.
No, it's very clear you trust her more than anyone. You just let her invade your own friend's personal space.
So Vera,
and rights.
you wake up to the sound of people arguing in the hallway, and a strange woman is standing over you. Oh wait, have you?
I know
she
her.
met Tati?
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
she would have met
Yeah.
Tati.
Maybe not.
Well,
a
she's strange
super-
for a few moments because number one, there's a woman in your room, and you don't remember getting lucky last night. Number two,
It's true.
And number two, you haven't seen her very often, so it takes a few moments to recognize exactly who she is.
Yeah.
But you recognize that it is Emery's mentor, Tati. His Tati. And she kind of looks down on you and she says, I have managed to imbue energy enough to keep you awake, for you to make a decision.
What? It's so early. And I'll sit up.
She says, we have to go and take Penny to a master of mind who does not live on this reality. We have prepared the way. Sphinx says that you would be an asset. Emery says that you would be an asset, and that we
Sphinx
should
would say so, too.
bring you. However,
Need your name on there.
I have to wake you and keep you awake long enough to get you on the horizon plane for you to be able to function. Once there, the lack of influence from the actual sun should allow you to fully waken. Until we get there, if you encounter anyone, you will have very limited use of your powers. Or you
Who's
can
arguing
stay.
in the hallway?
I do believe Emery's and the cat.
Cat. Why are they arguing?
Because the cat is contrary. It is a cat.
I mean, I like cats. That's not beside the point. Okay. Anyways. Hold on. And I'll like go to the door and
Are
step
you
into the
wearing
hall.
Garfield pajamas?
No.
They're
They're slippers. I'll just step into the hall, like kind of rubbing my eyes a little bit. And be like, you two are so loud.
Tati sticks her head out the door. You woke the dead.
I'm gonna just look at her. No, you woke the dead because he let you.
I'm just gonna laugh,
And you
and
will
I'm going
envy
to turn
me
to
for
Mark
hours
and
to
be
come. And she goes walking by you.
No. Rosaline has like a glass of wine at this point, just like, ooh, this is some good tea going on in the hallway
I'm
over
just gonna
here.
kind of look over to like you with your wine, and it's like, are your cheeks pink? That's not okay.
And you see one of the most absolutely gorgeous males you've ever seen in your life.
I saw him. I have seen him.
Oh, you
I
have?
saw him once.
That's
Yeah.
fine. So you
Yeah.
recognize him. It's Finn.
Yeah. So she's just like looking between the two of you, like, things happened there. Okay. Anyway.
It's shake and bake, and I helped.
Nothing happened.
I'm not focused on that right now. Well, anyways, do I need to come with you?
I think you would be an asset. I think that you could help. I mean, it's up to you. Honestly, I'd feel better if you were there.
I'm gonna look to Mark. Why are you arguing and fighting it?
Because he doesn't even know that he needs you, and he woke you up just to ask you if you would like to tag along for something he doesn't even know that he wants you to go on.
I mean, I think he's leaving the choice up to me.
Yeah. Why not just like prod people awake all the time and be like, were you sleeping? Were you sleeping?
I
Did you
mean,
tell me you were
like,
sleeping?
okay, but I do sleep during the day when most of you are awake. So, like, I kind of. However, Mark, I do appreciate that you are looking out for me and my well-being.
Somebody around here has to, as I go back upstairs.
I'm gonna look around to the rest of them like, what the shit did you guys do to him? Like,
What the-
He got into a fight with the gangrel. He's moody right now.
I show
His
you the
name was
video.
Gangrel.
You show the video. His
I
name
show
was
her the
Gangrel.
video.
watching the video. Oh, okay. If you need me to come with, I'm happy to tag along. I just don't know how much I'll be able to do until we're there.
You could
That's-
knock the
that's fine.
cat out. That'd be good.
I would feel better with you there.
Of course, she is my pseudo niece. I'll be there.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go change now.
And I'm gonna call up the stairs. See, she agreed.
I will be able to hear you guys. I won't be able to talk. I'm going to go lock this freaking door.
Okay, you're fine.
I'm not going to say it super loud, but I know it's probably loud enough for them to hear. It's amazing what guilt trips can do.
Ooh, that is so. Ooh.
I'll look to Emery. Don't respond. Don't you care? You've had enough fighting.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
changing
listen.
now.
No.
You're right.
You gotta
You're
learn
right.
how to word things correctly and be pettier than him.
I'm changing now, and I'm going to turn to my bedroom and like walk away for a second and then get changed.
Now,
Rose,
Emery.
I don't think it's possible to be pettier than a cat. I don't
Now
think that's
with
like
Faye-
physically
no,
possible.
The Fae can be pettier. You have no idea.
I'm
well,
upstairs being very petty right now. Emrys might not be happy.
Tell me you've
Emery?
moved
Oh,
around all the
God.
furniture.
Emery's.
No, I'm rearranging books, and occasionally I might even write Mark in one of them.
No!
God.
Ooh, that's fucked up.
You're
Now-
paying for that.
Emery's, we're gonna have a little chit chat while Vera's getting changed.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
You gotta get a backbone.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Woo.
Explain.
You just let Mark walk right all over you just now.
Well, it was either that or I.
Also, what
blasted
is
him into
going
the
on
wall.
with Mark? It's a little weird.
He's being a moody child. I don't know.
I don't think that's moody. Like, he got real defensive over Vera. Like, abnormal.
You know,
He's
might
getting to that
have
age where
something to do with the fact that he drank her blood that one time.
Tati comes
Oh.
up and she looks at you, Rosaline. She looks at
Yeah.
you and she holds out her hand. No, the wine.
She hands the wine over.
I just found out a werecat has drank vampire blood. And she just downs the entire glass.
You know, do you want the bottle?
Yes.
She'll just hold her hand out for Finn. Just hand her the bottle.
Yeah, he kind of was on the brink of death. She chose to save his life by
Is
feeding
this during the
him
whole
her
were
blood.
alligator dragon incident?
Yes, yes, that was while we were underground. Yeah.
If it was to save his life, I can understand it, but that is still
Yeah.
a no-no.
I think at this
It's
point,
definitely
Vera will,
unheard of. For
I think
sure.
at this point, Vera will come around the corner having like changed into
So-
this black dress and be like, yeah, I know.
So I think there might be some.
Yes.
Like-
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
So kind of like how knocked out McGee over here had a coming of Jesus moment when he saw me, kind of deals.
Yep.
Something like that.
Probably
Simil-
something like that.
Similar.
Yeah.
He was dying.
And you hear Finn snicker behind you. You mean it's kind of like everyone who lays their eyes on you?
It was way different than normal.
I don't have any problems looking at her.
Actually, you do. It doesn't matter. Fae are still affected.
No, I like him.
No, like I don't
Oh,
have a
yeah.
problem looking at her.
God. Oh man,
I'm-
we're using truck stop
Three of
pickup
you get
lines
a
now.
room.
What?
What was that?
So
Emery?
the three of you get a room.
He's
Maybe
way too
don't tempt
uptight
them.
for that.
Maybe don't tempt them. Don't do that.
I mean,
How
I
about
just
we
want
get
them
to the
to dance.
Horizon Realm, and then after we're done, we need to get to San Francisco. Literally right after.
Because
Finn's
I
like,
think
what can I
that
say?
has to
She's work,
happen
work,
in
work all the
San
time.
So
I'm sure we can get it. We can get it to loosen up a bit. I'm sure.
yeah, that's more
He
wine.
says, if we can get back here quickly enough, I have a way for us to get to San Francisco quickly.
So are we going there, coming back here, and then going to San Francisco, or am I getting dropped off? So
No,
I'm
you're
confused.
coming now.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. We'll
Got it.
have to figure all of that out.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not gonna like that, but
I don't
that's-
care at this point. I don't care.
Okay.
Because
So
the
it sounds like
situation.
things are
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like I
Yeah.
don't mind showing up and making a scene. I just didn't want to like, I want to make sure that was okay, because I would do that.
Considering what Finn filled me in on, I think you're going to be the least problematic thing there.
Ooh, that
There
bad.
are many problematic things there.
That bad, huh? Okay. I just wanted to be filled in. That's fine.
So,
You really gotta watch your language around the Fae if you come with. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
So when you say filled in, be careful of words. They have meaning. I'm not explaining that to you. You're old enough to understand.
All right.
so Tati goes, "Are we ready then?"
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
She looks over at Pandora. You seem very confident.
I just go where they go.
All right. Well,
She's pretty fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
She's
well,
amazing.
we will hope that is not tested. And Tati says, I am going to open a portal. When you step through, you will feel odd sensations. depending on your nature, will determine how odd. Some of you will feel nothing more than a tingle. Some of you, it might pinch. So, for those who are uncomfortable, for those
I'm
who
gonna
are
call
pinches,
up to Mark. Mark, we're leaving. You coming or not, dude?
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Get in,
I
loser.
thought I was
We're
about
going.
to get home alone.
Oh my god, no.
the fucking shops. There's not even a shop. There's just a big hole in the ground when you get back.
Shit.
A smoking crater.
I knew I shouldn't have let him watch that show.
If you're staying, don't get any more fights. Thank you.
Don't
At least
get
don't get
recorded.
filmed doing it.
That.
All right, so she begins to. She's utilizing your circle. Oh, by the way, you do have to move Eric and Penny. Someone's gonna have to carry one of them. Someone's gonna have to carry the other. Who's gonna carry Eric? He's actually bigger than Penny.
I'll carry him.
I
Who's
will
gonna
carry
carry?
Penny.
You gonna carry Penny? All right.
I can get my baby.
Yes.
Right.
The moment he drops the force cage, Brisket comes running over to you.
Hi, honeys. And I'm gonna go over and go get the pile of offerings off of Eric's forehead.
Gotcha. You go. You put all your stuff. You dump all your stuff into your bag. As you dump all your stuff into your bag and you sling your bag over your shoulder, your bag suddenly gets heavier.
Is Brisket in my bag?
Yep.
You want to help
He's
him?
hanging out the edge of your bag. He's wearing the earrings he stole. He's wearing the necklace he stole. He's wearing your sunglasses now, and he's holding out your black card.
Oh, thank you. You think we're going shopping, Brisket?
His eyebrows just go up behind the sunglasses.
Baby, we're gonna go help Penny.
He takes everything off. He jumps out of your bag and he walks away.
I swear, I come back and
Brisket,
things are
Brisket,
stolen.
watch Mark while we're gone.
You get a chuff of disdain from somewhere further back in the kitchen. All right, so after a few minutes, she says, "Step through. Walk until you feel no resistance. Then you'll be there. What you see and what you hear will vary again per person, but nothing can hurt you as when you're in transit. Just keep moving." So after she says that, she kind of like throws her hands out, and there is two bright columns of light that grow up side by side, and as they go up together, they begin to move apart, and you can tell it looks like it's basically a giant scroll unraveling with paper in between it. And on the paper there is drawn a set of doors, and this paper is like 6 feet tall. So she goes walking up, and she reverently knocks 3 times on the doors, and they creak open, and beyond them there's just a nimbus of blue light that fills the entire doorway. And she says, "I must stay here to be the anchor point for this end. As soon as the first one of you crosses, I will know, and I will enter the way. Once the last one of you has crossed over, I will be able to come through the way." She says, "I can't hold this forever, so who's going first?"
Come through.
Huh?
You're
Well,
holding. I just want to make sure it's safe before Penny goes through.
So who's going first? You gonna go first? All right. So you step into the way. It feels uncomfortable. As you step through, you are surrounded by whirling light and color. Chaos is exploding all around you. You don't feel anything other than something solid under your feet as you take each step, but it's very disorienting because you can't see what you're stepping on, although you can look down, but you're not really walking on anything. And your hooves are making the clopping noise as if they're walking across stone, but you can't see anything. And you begin walking through this, and there's no sound except your hoof falls. And as you walk through this, there's resistance against you moving forward, but it's not extreme. And you begin pushing through and walking forward and moving through. Who's going next?
I am.
As you step through, you enter the halls of a long library. There are books and scrolls, tomes of knowledge stacked up on those shelves on either side. And it's just a long row of benches that goes off into the distance. As you go through this,
Alexandria.
as you begin walking through this, you begin to see things on either side that you are dying to stop and look at. Things that there's the complete book of alchemy sits pristine. That hasn't existed since Alexandria burned. Not a full copy. There's so many tomes, so many scrolls, everything there. But you keep moving. Who's next? As you step through, and you're carrying Eric. As you step through, you walk into what appears to be the city itself, but instead of it being the urban center that it is, it looks like, well, who knows how long, but this looks like the city has been overrun by nature. But it's not destroyed. There are still people walking about the streets. There are still people being active. But instead of buildings being constructed out of roughened materials that are basically utilizing resources, these buildings look like they were almost grown up from the earth. And everything seems to be in tune with that. And you see people walking back and forth who are obviously not human. You see wolves padding down the road. You see all kinds of natures of shifters, and it is enough to make you like spin around once. And as you're walking through this, they all start, but a large crowd begins forming around you, and all of them are reaching out reverently to try and touch Eric as you're moving through.
Oh, damn.
So, who's going next?
By this time, I've come down to at least watch what's going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk through last.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
All right. As you step in, right before you step forward, Finn takes your hand
Oh,
and he walks in side by side with you.
so sweet.
As you step
Fear
forward,
rolls her eyes.
you are suddenly at the top of a set of incredibly ornate stairs that go down in a long curve that lets out into a huge ornate ballroom. You are in an incredibly gorgeous formal dress, in your full regalia with your house colors, as is Finn. He is in a full regalia, house colors, and in a dress.
We
He's-
love that.
He's
We
coming
love
downstairs
that.
beside you, and you both are looking around, and there is a mass of fae in front of you. There are Shi, there are trolls, there are redcaps, there are satyrs, there are puka, there are slua, there are just every type of satyr, every type of fae that you can think are there. And as you're coming down the stairs, they begin applauding. And one of them starts saying, "The saviors of the throne! Long live the saviors of the throne!" And then the crowd just goes, "Hip hip hurrah! Hip hip hurrah!" And they begin chanting and cheering as you're coming down the stairs. Finn balks for a second, and he looks at you, and he kind of looks around, and he's like, "Do you have any idea what's going on?"
No, but I'm really uncomfortable right now.
He's like, "Oh, good, it's not me, or just me."
We just keep walking forward. Keep
That's what
walking
she
forward.
said. Just keep walking forward. I have no idea what's gonna happen next. All right, so he begins walking forward with you as you walk down into this huge ballroom, and at the moment your foot touches the bottom of the stairs, an orchestra starts playing. All right, who hasn't gone yet? Mark and Vera are the only two who haven't gone, correct? Or Sphinx has you went already, yeah. So, Mark, what are you doing? Vera's standing there, and Tati's standing there.
And Sunny, I think.
Oh,
Sunny
no,
went
Sunny went first.
Okay,
Sunny
cool.
first.
Okay. I want to
Sunny
make
went
sure.
first.
Okay, cool. I didn't make sure.
I am kind of just like watching the whole scene, trying to decide what it is I'm going to be doing here.
Okay. Well, if you don't move forward, Tati goes, "I cannot hold it forever." And she looks at Vera.
I'm going. Okay, like glance. Ugh. I'm going.
And as you walk through, right as you're gonna step through the thing, she goes, "I'm sorry." And as you step in, you feel a huge rush. You draw in a deep breath, and you feel pain in every fiber of your nerves. You stumble forward, and you're walking through the nunnery. You're in your habit. Your hair is blonde.
Ugh.
And you're breathing.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh boy.
Tati looks at you, Mark, and she says, "Last chance. Once I step through, it closes."
He's already getting antsy as soon as Vera walked through, and he realized, especially when she was like, "Sorry."
Yep.
So he's just gonna kind of like run through the thing before she says anything else at this point.
All right. You run through the thing. The moment you crash through it, you come stumbling out into your den room. And around you, all the spirits are waiting. And they're kind of looking at you, and you feel the benevolent energy from them as they, like, because you ran through, so you kind of almost stumbled, as they bolster you up, catch you, and help you, stand, and they begin to group around you, and they look at you, and one of the nature spirits bows to you and says, "Lord, you wished us to meet you." He says, "You were going to give us instruction."
I mean, technically, y'all were gonna instruct me, sort of. This is very confusing. I don't think the portal was supposed to go here, but I'm not entirely upset that it's here. But
Are you
this is very
continuing
broken
to walk?
conceptually too. Huh?
Are you continuing to walk?
Not at the moment. I'm really confused. Like, okay, like.
In your head, Mark, you hear a voice, and you recognize it as Tati's. "Don't stop walking."
Okay. I'm gonna start walking. Walk and talk, guys. Let's walk and talk. So we have a new person that we're gonna be dealing with. His name is Gangrel. I don't like him, and we're gonna be talking about what we're gonna be doing to this guy. So I'm gonna start like literally giving them directions. Like, you need to find spirits that can start working on like figuring out ways to deal with this issue, and you need to like, and just like start delegating.
So you're delegating.
Yeah, like, and you're responsible for finding spirits that can deal with this issue. And like, I'm literally just like pushing out tasks to all of them. And when I get back from wherever it is that this goes, we need solutions to these problems. So everyone, team scatter on, go.
They all scatter. So, real quick, as you're moving through this area, you seem to be on this path. Like, Sphinx, your path continues, and you continue to see these temptations. You continue to see these items that you know you could do so much good with, or these items that could give you so much power, or these items that could allow you to be able to commit or to develop abilities and powers that have not been manifested by a mage in centuries. And but you always, even those times when you feel that urge to stop just to pick up that one thing, you keep on putting one foot in front of the other. Jessica, as Sunny is walking through this area, the lights and the sounds, not the lights and the colors swirl and dance. They become almost hypnotic, engaging. It's kind of like a massive visual trip. You begin seeing faces and shapes swirling out of the colors, and they are people you knew, people you know, some of your former students, some of your current students. You even see your human family from before you awoke from your chrysalis, when you were still just a mortal. You're muted, by the way. And so as you move, but as you move through this, you keep on getting tempted by all these people, and you keep on getting shown all these people you want to stop and just reach back out towards.
Oh no, I recognize Fey magic. Fuck that shit. Nah.
So you keep moving
This
through
is
that.
a fun ride at the moment. It's reminding me of after that one concert.
Pretty much. It is a very massive trip.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that guy OD'd that night. So, yeah, Fey magic. Nope. Keep on trucking.
All right. So Pandora, as you're moving through this, people continue to walk up and they continue to reach out towards Eric. As they do, you keep on trying to move your way through the crowd. The crowd keeps on getting thicker and thicker. And you hear some of them saying that, he is awoken, he has come. The prophecy is risen. If the night rules all, then the day knows no more. And the people begin to get even thicker and thicker and thicker, and soon you're literally having to force your way through these people. But you keep moving forward. None of them ever violently attack you or even try and grab you rather than Eric. They're always, and they don't ever grab Eric. They're just like trying to reverently touch him. And so...
I know, it's like some Jesus freak shit. Like, oh my god.
But yes, eventually you've got, and it's weird. It's not just people. The wolves are coming up, and you're probably a fireman carrying him over your shoulder, and as arms and feet, legs are hanging down, the wolves will come up and like lick his hands as you walk by with him.
Guys.
But you keep on forcing your way forward.
Yeah, with Lizard Jesus, apparently.
With Lizard Jesus, yes. Rosaline?
Yes.
You and Finn come down the stairs, and as you come down the stairs, you walk across the ballroom floor.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're walking across the ballroom floor, the crowd parts around you, and there is a pair of silver ornate thrones across the way.
No.
The closer you get, the more you realize that they're not really silver. The metal is almost white. And as he comes up, Finn almost stops again, and he's looking at the chairs, and he says, "That's glamour.
Mm-hmm.
Just glamour." It's glamour made solid.
Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going,
We're
keep
not
going.
supposed to stop walking, but
She's
What-
pulling. She's pulling.
He's looking back. He's, what would they do? What could we do? And he kind of stops and he turns around and no, he doesn't stop. He turns around and he looks at you, and he looks you right in the eyes, and he says, "That can't be real."
Obviously not. We were told to keep going. Just keep walking. Let's just keep walking. Let's just keep walking. I do not like this. Can we just go? This is why I don't go like this here. This is the prime example why I hate court.
So, Vera, you're walking down the hall, and as you're walking down the hall, you hear and smell flames crackling and smoke. And a nun comes running out into the hallway, and she looks at you, and she's got a smear of blood across her face, and she looks at you and she says, "What did you do?" And as she looks around, the farther down the hallway, like one of the doors just bursts open and there's flames licking out of it. And she looks at you and she says, "You got what you wanted, didn't you? Destroyed us all, killed us all, and for what? Because you wanted something else. You thought you knew better than God, the will of God, and you tried to thwart it." She says, "May you be cursed to wander the night forever, eat only ash and drink only blood. May you never know rest or peace, and may you know no morsel of love." And she says, "Because you did this." And as she turns, she holds out her right hand, and she's holding a woman's severed head by her red hair.
Catholic guilt at its finest, just saying.
And she's in front of you, so you're continuing to walk forward.
She's gonna try. She's gonna try. She's
Posture check.
She's staring this nun down. "I know no love because you took it from me." And then she continues walking.
As you walk forward, she kind of like, she's still glaring at you, but she like just right as you're like you're like 6 inches from her, your face is right up near her face, she just steps aside, barely giving you room to pass. And you walk by, and you can feel her breath. She's obviously breathing very hard. You can feel her breath blowing out against your hair. And as you're passing her by, she says, "You know she asked for you."
She's dead.
She wasn't then.
I don't believe you.
You wouldn't. The truth was always hard for you to take.
This was not truth. This was cruel. And you deserve to burn. And I would do it again.
She says, and as you're past her now, and you're walking towards the end of the hallway, and she says, "And the best part of all this is the fact that you believe this was my fault."
I don't respond. I just keep walking.
At the end of the hallway, there is just a wall of flame. You can
She
feel the heat.
hesitates. She hesitates for a second. And then decides that this is a better fate than walking back to what she just dealt with and steps through.
All right. So, Mark, you marshaled your armies. They have begun the preparations. As you're moving through your den realm, you look left and right, and you see these creatures engaging in enterprise. They are building. They are creating tools. They are advancing. And slowly, as you walk through your den realm, you see them changing from these spirits of earth and air, nature, water, into very stiff, very very robotic-like creatures. And slowly these spirits, whose natures are usually like the substances they are created from, begin to move in an odd way. And suddenly from them burst legs, multi-segmented spider legs of a white, clear substance. And as you watch, the spirits of your realm become weaver spiders.
What?
And they begin taking your den realm and making order out of the chaos of nature. They begin structuring things. They begin building things. They begin to utilize the bounty of your realm to produce actual quantities.
That's what I asked you guys to do. Like, I just stopped for a moment. Like, I didn't ask y'all to do any of this.
You stop.
Yeah.
You feel a cold wind wash through the area. And as the wind blows through, it knocks up dust and debris into the air, which clouds your vision for just a moment. And when you open your eyes again, you are in an open place. There is nothing. There is almost a purplish sheen on the ground. But the ground goes on forever with no real horizon in sight. There is no path. There is no way. You can see yourself, but you cast no shadow, so there is no light. And there is just nothing around you. 1 second.
I'm gonna put my fingers on my head, and I'm gonna be like, "Where'd you go?" Like, I'm not even saying it. I'm just thinking it really, really loudly. Like, I'm screaming the thought in my head. Where'd you go? What are your directions now?
And so, cut back. Each one of you, as you come to the end of your visions, you step through, and your last step is pushing through, and it's odd. You feel like you push through something. In your case, Emery's, you get to the end of the corridor, and there's a huge door. And you come up to the door, and you lean on the door, and you just begin pushing, and it's moving, but so slow. It's such a massive effort. And you push on it and try and force your way through it. For Sunny, when you get to the end of your when you get to the what you feel like is the end of the path, where the resistance is least, you get to a point where there is a wall of that swirling color, and you put your hands out, and your hands kind of sink into it, like you remember Jiffy Putty, that old toy, that squishy toy? It's like putting your hands into that, and you keep on pushing into it, and you keep on trying to move forward, and it goes up past your wrists, elbows, shoulders, your arms sink into it, you push your body into it, and you begin forcing your way through it.
I think this was the second Matrix.
So, for Rosaline and for oh my God, Finn, you guys get to the end of the ballroom, and in front of the end of the ballroom there is a huge set of glass doors, and through the glass doors you can see that there is a maze, and you push open the doors and you begin walking out into the courtyard and into the maze. And as you're going through the maze, you keep on turning and turning and looking and turning and turning and turning and looking, and finally you come up to a dead end, but you can't go backwards.
Go push right through the brush.
You begin you can feel your beautiful clothes being ripped to pieces.
I don't care.
Yeah, as you feel yourself being scratched up by the briars and the bristles. Finn draws his sword and tries to hack at it, and then he quickly just gives up and just starts trying to push through because it's too dense. And you guys force your way through this. Pandora, you're still forcing your way through that crowd. And as you get to the end, you get to these two huge, massive Krynos werewolves. And they're standing in front of you, and they just have their arms crossed. And they look down at you and they say, "There will be a reckoning, and he will be the end. Leave him with us and pass on."
What? With the cult? No.
What are you doing?
I'm going ahead.
Okay. So you push up and you kind of shoulder into them, and they lean back into you, and you are still trying to make ground. You can feel you're pushing them and they're pushing against you as you keep on forcing your way through. Vera, you step forward in an instantaneous flash. Just every true memory of that night comes rushing back. Everything that happened comes rushing back. And you literally are in the middle of taking a step, and it feels like a force just hitting you in the chest, and your torso rocks backwards for a moment, but you summon up every ounce of strength you have, and as you do, your heart, which was racing, stops, and you feel cold, and then you feel it like a distant thing, and it comes rushing back into you. You feel that strength, that supernatural power that has always given you an edge, and it comes rushing back into you, and just with, it seems almost effortless, you force your foot down and take that last stride and step through that blue nimbus of light, and you're standing in front of a large Victorian mansion. That's what all of you appear in front of, except for Mark. Mark, you're standing there and you're sitting there going, where are you? What am I going to do? And as you're doing that, a figure just shimmers half into being, half not. And Tati is striding towards you. And she says, "It is difficult, at best, for a cat to maintain a straight
It's okay.
line.
I mean, you took me to the wrong place to start with. We just got to get where we're supposed to go."
We've already been where we're supposed to go. Your mind just had to catch up. Now, take my hand." And she's walking past you, and she's reaching back.
Take her hand.
You are pulled with her, and she is walking through an apocalyptic area. It looks like a city. The buildings are mostly rubble and destroyed. There's vehicles on the street. They've been smashed, they've been blown up, they've been torn apart. There are bodies everywhere. Most of them look like soldiers with weapons. And as you're walking forward, she's stepping forward as well, and she is literally stepping into a firing squad. As she walks through the line of guns, she brings you with her, and when she steps past the line of guns, she kind of fades, but her hand still feels solid on yours, and she pulls you through. And as you come through, you step through a blue nimbus of light. And Tati and Mark are there. And Tati is holding Mark's hand, and Mark, they're there.
Freaking cat, I knew it.
And Tati says,
Thank you for joining us.
I had to close the way. We don't want
Oh no,
anyone...
that was aimed at Mark.
Oh, she says, we don't want anyone walking into that by accident.
I'm just gonna mumble. Someone has to look after Vera.
Vera is not even looking at anybody. She is staring hard at the ground.
Tati walks over to Vera, and she's like, she doesn't try and lift her head or anything, but she crouches down and she looks up at you, and she says, whatever sins were committed for you to be what you are now, those things are yours, and you will have to deal with them. But for now, we need you here. Will you be able to be here?
She'll just kind of like snap herself and, right, sorry, I'm fine.
No, it's all right.
I just said it's fine.
Yes, it's fine. I have taken your kind through the way before. It's never easy.
She'll kind of glance toward Emrys, knowing he's the only one that she's maybe even said any of that to. Just kind of like a little...
And Emrys will kind of give her a very, very concerned look, but like also that kind of like, you good? I mean, I'm here.
Tati stands up and turns.
We'll talk about it later.
And she says, we're expected. And she goes walking up to the gates of the Victorian mansion. There's a lush landscaped yard behind the gates. And she goes walking up to it. And as she walks up to the gates, she stops for a second. And then the gates open up. And there is a graveled pathway that goes up to the front of the house. Vera, you do not feel... Because even when Tati had woken you, you could feel that the sun was in the sky. You could feel that your powers were reined in by that. You could feel that you were weakened by that state of you being unnaturally awake during the day. Now, you don't feel any of that. You are yourself. But it's like daylight here. It's almost like when Mark took you into his den room. Mm-hmm. You can see everything is perfectly well lit.
I'm gonna kind of glance over towards Mark after he made a little comment of someone has to watch out for Vera kind of thing. It's like, glad to see you. Thanks for coming after me.
I'm just gonna kind of nod because like I don't even want to get into it again. I'm just gonna work myself up all over again.
And then, well, lead on. Let's get this over with. No, I fully will. She's like, great, we're gonna have to deal with this again.
Whose digs is this? Nice place.
This Lady Ellery's.
That explains a lot.
As Tati walks up to the door, the front doors both open up, and there is a man standing there, and he's wearing a very traditional English butler's uniform.
We love that.
And he kind of
From what era? I'm kidding.
Actually, no. It's from early Victorian era.
Yeah,
so it's
baby.
like that gray tweedish material. It's not like the hard pressed silks, and it's got the vest underneath, and it doesn't have like tails. It just has a little bit of a longer surcoat.
Is he wearing the wig?
No. It's
okay.
Victorian, not 16th or 17th century, 18th century basically.
We love that.
And he's
So
standing
good,
there,
so
and he
good.
kind of like looks you all over, and he says, looks you as you all coming up, and he says, Mistress, and he nods to Tatia. He says, she has prepared tea in the drawing room. You know the way. And Tati nods, and she says, follow me, everyone. And he kind of like he comes out and he holds the door for everyone as they go in. He stands very much almost at attention. And he is pretty much just standing there and not looking at any of you, not making eye contact, not really doing anything like that. He's actually, those of you who are shorter than he is, and he's about 5'11", he's staring above your heads out of nothing. Those of you who are like equal to his height, he's staring to the middle distance. He does not have direct focus on anyone.
Wow. Rosaline is kind of thankful, like, wow, great.
Yeah, he doesn't react to you or Finn.
It's nice. Though it's a little weird.
I prefer it.
Actually, Pandora, Mark, and Vera. Pandora and Mark. He has no discernible heartbeat. He has no scent of a person. Even in your normal forms, you can smell all your friends. You can smell Vera. She smells dead. But you can smell everyone around you. He has no scent at all. Vera, you feel no source of blood in him at all.
I think as she walks by, she'll offer like a little head, like nod of acknowledgement, just kind of making a greeting, almost like
Doesn't even acknowledge you. He's looking off in the middle distance.
That's fine. She doesn't care. It's more of a courtesy than anything.
More the courtesy than anything. All right, so you guys move through, and you go into a large open entryway. There is a huge mosaic on the floor that depicts the face of a clock. The hour hand is at 12. The minute hand is at 1 minute past. It is done in tile, and it's it's a very intricate piece of art. To the right hand side, there is a staircase that goes up in a curve to what's a landing above this entryway. The entryway goes all the way up, and you can see above you there is a glass dome ceiling, but it's not like leaded glass. It looks like the dome ceiling is made of stained glass. So the light coming through this and coming down onto you is like all different shades of the rainbow.
Oh, shapes and colors.
To your right, there is what looks to be a large garden room, which is basically equivalent of a sunroom. It's got glass facing the outside walls are all glass windows, and there are plants strewn throughout it with couches and chairs strewn throughout that. Directly ahead of you, to the left, and that's to the right of the staircase. To the left of the staircase, there's a hallway that goes down and goes to the back, and to the right, there is a large formal sitting room over on that side. So, yeah, and as you guys come in, Tati is walking down the hallway between the stairs and the sitting room. You all following?
I'm gonna follow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Tati goes down, and she passes.
Pandora's just staring at the stained glass. She's not noticing shit right now.
We love that.
I think Vera's gonna walk by Pandora and be like, Pandora, are you okay? All right.
Everyone's almost everyone's gone down the hallway by now.
It's like, look, are you coming? Are you?
Yeah, you're the one carrying Eric. Like,
Right, Lizard Jesus.
I mean, do you
Lizard
want me to
Jesus.
I'll explain later.
do you want me to carry him for you, like so you can look? She'll just kind of like put out her arms, like I will take him if you want.
Kick the
No,
lizard, Jesus.
No, I've got it. You go ahead.
Okay.
That's like 15, 16
I
words.
know. Oh my God, Vera's more stunned at this than the trauma she just experienced.
She's like, you've just been through some shit. I'm not.
Emrys raises an eyebrow and is like, "Wait, did you just talk to Vera?"
Vera's
So-
like, wow, like I must be looking really bad today. We'll just keep walking.
Guys, it's character development.
You're gonna jinx it. Shut up.
So as you go through this and you make your way down the hallway, you go through the hallway and make your way down the hallway. On the left-hand side, there is one door, and then on a segmented wall that's about 15 feet long. And then the wall ends abruptly, and to the left, there's a dining room. To the right, there are 2 doors, and the dining room is just like an open area dining room. And on the far end of the dining room, there is a set of swing doors, and you probably assume there's a kitchen behind the swing doors. To the right, like I said, there's 2 doors, and it's a 20-foot length of wall that goes 5 foot beyond the other side. And the 2 doors in this length of wall are both closed. Beyond that, there on the right-hand side at the back, there is what is obviously a informal living area / den. It's got some very comfortable-looking chairs, couches in it, and it has a fireplace that's lit and burning. There is a crystal chandelier hanging from the ceiling that has. It doesn't have light bulbs or anything in it. It has little gas lamps in it, and gas candles, I guess would be the nearest thing you can call them to. And those are all lit, and you can hear that low hiss of gas as the gas fuels the fires for the flames and lights up the room. Sitting in the room is in a straight back, in a very, very strict and severe looking Victorian gown, is a woman who is rail thin. She has a very long neck that has the head on her neck is longish. It seems kind of oddly shaped. She has absolutely no hair. She's completely bald. She has no eyebrows. She is incredibly pale. Her cheekbones are sharp like fucking razors. And her chin, you would almost say, comes to a point. And her eyes are that white that is not white, but that blue that's almost white. They're that blue. And like I said, she's in this very prim and very basic Victorian dress that is buttoned all the way up to just below her chin. And she is sitting there, and she has a saucer in one hand, and she's holding a cup. As you come in, she takes her cup and she sits down. She stands up, and when she stands up, she looks to be about 7 feet tall. And she's standing there, and she says, "Ah, Tati, thank you so much.
She calls her Tati too?
Hmm? Well, she goes by Tati.
Well,
And
But does this woman have a heartbeat?
yes,
Okay, great.
and she has
Thank
blood
you.
in her system.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't seem to be moving much, but it's there. And she kind of looks down and around at all of you, and she says, "Is that him?" And she points at Eric, Pandora holding Eric. "And that is her."
yes, ma'am.
And she begins rubbing her hands together. And she says, "We will need to get to work right away."
Thank you for allowing us in your realm, miss.
What we need to know is, what are you willing to give up?
It was mentioned that you wanted access to the boy.
Anything.
He is not a boy. He
Or
is something else.
Right.
But yes, I wanted to keep him here.
But keeping him here make our reality safe from him?
No. Keeping him here keeps him out of time. This is the Horizon Realm, child, which means that the rules here were made by me. So here, he is out of time. here, you are all out of time. Why do you think the journey here was so traumatic?
It's fate.
No, dear. This is well beyond Fey magic. She says, and I respect the Fey. Their sorcerers are powerful. But what
Not
I
the word
do,
I would use, but okay.
what I do and what they do, no matter what your Fey do, it's an illusion.
True.
I warp reality itself. What I do is real. When I make you a toadstool, you are a toadstool.
Well, as fun as that is, I'm willing to do anything. I just want her safe,
Very well.
and I want to be able to take her home.
Are we all in agreement with this? And she looks at the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunny took the words pretty much right out of my mouth.
I don't want
Sorry.
to take him back through the cult, so.
No one has reservations that sacrificing one life for another is going to
No, I don't know this
Give me
kid.
crack corn, and I don't care.
I don't know this.
Mark, we've gone
I'm-
over this.
I am
You were making
almost,
a YouTube video.
I am almost insulted that you would think that I would wish to destroy him.
I didn't mean destroy. I just mean we're putting one person in a really bad possible situation.
Forgive him, ma'am.
Forgive my
He's fat.
companion.
He's a cat.
But he makes sense. You know not my intentions. But
I really actually do get really happy when she's like, yeah, no, he's right. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
But
You're like, "Mm."
also, what else would you do, Mark?
I'm not saying I have the answer, but like everybody's just so happy to like,
If you're
oh yeah,
willing
do whatever
to-
you want with this
If
guy.
you're willing to raise the question, then it only goes that you are willing to try and answer it. So answer it, Mark.
I don't
Please.
know what the purpose that he's meant to fill is, but I know that he's supposed to do something that Guy is okay with. And it's a little concerning to me that everybody's willing to just sort of like lock him in a way in another reality,
Do you know
which is
that
giving him no choice or say in anything.
you know that there is a natural cycle to things, and that there is an end to every cycle and a renewal, and that end and renewal is often very violent and destructive. What Gaia is okay with, the rest of us would consider the end of the world.
I'm gonna just kind of look over at Pandora for a second, because usually like the wolves are the ones that are like, oh no, whatever Gaia wants, like we're doing it Gaia's way.
Yeah. I don't know this kid, and I don't want the world to fucking end.
I don't know this kid, and I don't want the world to fucking end.
Like, I don't think that's unreasonable.
I don't know
Like-
this fool.
No, seriously, like I don't listen. I why do I want to save Earth? Because I fucking live on it. Like, what the fuck?
No, that's fine. It's just like I'm just used to the idea that the wolves are like anything Gaia wants, we murder and destroy to make sure every one of her wishes is fulfilled.
You kind of gotten the impression that after having hung out with her a little bit, that Pandora is not super traditional.
Like, okay.
We're all a bunch of misfits, Mark. Read the room.
Yeah, but
Read the room.
okay, but okay. You, Mark, you
I
asked.
couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
You
I am offended.
You asked Gaia what she wanted, right? And she was like, "Oh, sure, let him live." Maybe she was in a silly, goofy mood. You don't know. You don't know. Sometimes,
That guy,
Sometimes
what a
you-
prankster.
no, like sometimes you make decisions like out of spite. You know, you like something happens and you stick with it because you're like, well, I started, now I have to end it. No, you know, I don't want the world to fucking end. I got shit to do.
She got to find some big titty goth girlfriend.
I was just.
Priorities.
That needs to be fixed
Big
before
kitty
the
goth
world
girl.
can end.
All right.
You're
I'll tell
probably
you what.
big kitty. I might be able to hook you up. I just need to
Mark?
know what size he needs.
Mark,
Yes.
it's safer for him to be here because if he is let out and we let him out there, you saw how he was reacting after he had your blood and took a look at me. It can affect everyone, not just. This is more than saving one person at this point. If you look at the bigger picture, it's everyone else.
I understand what you're saying, and I know that there are valid points in there, but it sort of feels a lot more like it's more convenient to do this to help Penny out quickly than it is about what might actually be best for him or the world in the long run. Because if he really is a world ender and he has any say or control over any of this stuff, and he could actually like have any influence on how this plays out, he's only going to be angry that he's been trapped away in this realm with no choice in the matter at all.
Mark, you speak of convenience. Do you know what it would have been more convenient for us to do? This is actually the hard decision. What would have been more convenient would be to just kill him outright.
No, because you'd feel bad about that. Here
I
you
would
can
not.
justify that
No,
he's not
I
dead.
really wouldn't at this
Well,
point. If it
for
saves,
real.
and I lift up Penny just a little bit. If it saves her, no, I wouldn't feel a thing.
No.
She is my main priority.
Word.
Sorry,
Killing
I love
him
Sunny.
would be way more convenient than what we're about to do, which is to try and save them both.
I'm just saying priorities. Everybody's got priorities.
Because if
I don't know him.
if we didn't bring them here, if we did the other option, there is a chance both of them could have died.
Exactly.
So this
So
is,
that's why we're here, because this is safer for Penny.
But
No.
no.
it's safer for
That's
both
why
of
I'm here.
them. Kid who wasn't there because he was making a YouTube video. I don't want to hear shit from you. I'm just saying.
So, right about this time, Elise kind of like steps forward and she says, "The simple matter is this will tax me and cost me greatly, which I am willing to undertake with the understanding that I will be able to recoup what I am spending. The boy, the entity,
His name's Eric.
the entity will be able to help me with that.
Is there anything I can do to help you in your endeavors?
There is more magic in this building than you will probably ever hold in your life.
Please, dear God, I hope so.
A fae that doesn't like magic?
It's been a long ride.
I can see that. But I appreciate the offer. Let's take them to the laboratory. And she goes walking by you, and she goes walking down the hallway. And that one door that's by itself on the right-hand side, she pulls out, or takes off of her belt, a huge ring of very old keys. And she flips through them, and she pulls one out, and she uses it to unlock the door. And she opens the door, and she begins going down. She goes through the door and is immediately going downstairs. As she goes downstairs, you come out into a huge room.
Well, before we leave this area, as we're beginning to leave, I'm going to put my hand around Vera's like arm
Okay.
and probably squeeze a little harder than I probably should, just to hold her back for a second, so that I can have like one brief moment without everybody else chastising me. And I'm just going to say, retell the story in your head and realize on any other day we would be chasing ourselves down to make sure that we couldn't do this right now. If this is the way we're going to operate, we're going to have problems going forward because we're becoming the villains in our own story, and I'm going to walk down the stairs.
I don't remember ever saying I was a good guy.
Literally, she's a vampire nun, like former nun. Like what the
For
heck?
real.
Like that's evil.
What did
plus
you
evil.
think you were
like,
playing with, dude?
Literally, World of Darkness, not World of like
She's gonna-
you know. Like,
I mean, there's a little bit. There's a little bit.
Did
of
you just say
ooh in there.
World of
Fucking
Ooh?
World of Ooh, like
She is gonna fall down after.
Em, go change your shirt. I'm just kidding.
I don't
I'm just
know where
kidding.
it is right now.
I don't know where it is right now.
go get the ooh, get the ooh.
Okay, I have an uwu shirt and I have an oo shirt. So
That's No, I think Fear is just kind of like a little under her breath, like if she could breathe. I don't remember ever saying I was a good guy, and then continue down.
Well, technically, vampires do have to draw in and out breath to be able to talk.
That's
So-
true, but still.
And there is something called the masquerade, which is a vampire's ability to pass as human. And
Yeah.
they do learn to mimic breathing, basically subconsciously, so that they can pass.
Still.
So, but as you guys walk down, you walk into a huge stone room. It is very much the epitome of a mad scientist lab. There is a huge workbench directly across from the stairs that come down. The stairs go down the left wall. Directly across that on the right wall, there's a huge bench that goes from one side of the wall to the other that's covered in beakers and gas burners, Bunsen burners. There's potions that are on and brewing. To the right of the staircase and between the wall and the bench, there is 2 gurneys set up underneath a huge set of gas lamps. And then there's on the other end of the room, there is a large surgical unit, turn of the century surgical unit, but still a large surgical unit with a very large table and a complete surgery set up beside of it. And all this is, laid out, and there's lights, gas lights everywhere in the room. And she walks over to the 2 gurneys, and she says, "Set them both down here, and we will begin the process. It is going to take some time, but I can say for certain that we will be able to extract Penny from Eric and leave both of them whole.
Okay.
Whatever has happened from when they joined to now, they will have to deal with on their own." Is there anyone have any questions before we begin?
Can we go on break now?
I run the show. I'm just kidding.
I've got one great thing to say right before we go to break.
What's that?
Oh my
God.
god.
I'm just gonna lean back and sit down in a chair and just kick my feet up on a table and be like, and what will the great Emerus do when Penny and him have bonded so well she doesn't want to leave without him? And then take a drink of whatever's on the table.
I hope it's nasty. Coffee's been there for weeks.
I hope it's not even coffee.
I hope it's not a
fucking
specimen.
bleach or
I hope
some
you did
shit.
not just tell me you did
Rosaline
not
is
just drink
just
a wet specimen.
I am not drunk.
It's a
The
frog.
fact
This
is,
is a whole
Rosaline is
frog in
I am
there.
not drunk enough for this. I am not drunk enough for this.
Yeah,
tell
I just-
me
Oh,
I put
honey, I
Penny
got
down.
you.
jar of a wet specimen and drink it.
I'll put Penny
All right.
down,
Ladies and
my
gentlemen,
eyes
we are
and
going to
eyes.
go on break.
Do it.
Oh my god.
With
So,
that, I totally
we have
derailed us.
we have a quick decision to make before we go on break.
War
We are going
Troll.
to choose, huh? War Troll?
I've been voting War Troll for a week.
So War Troll, Swamp Half Dragon,
Give me the
or Dragon Cult's Wise One are our choices tonight. So Fountain Pen has voted for War Troll. Vote for which one you
Third
want,
time.
and we will do a giveaway
you.
at the end of break for that mini. So there's 2 votes for War Troll, 3 votes for War Troll.
There you go,
Hey!
It's about time.
4?
It's
4
been a
votes.
week.
One more vote. That's
Yes.
it. That's it.
Yes.
That's everybody.
My
War Troll it
campaign
is.
wins.
So we are going to do a contest tonight, and it's going to be a giveaway. And I wanted to print out the War Troll too, so that's cool. Because I got both the printers up and running, and they've been printing. Jessica can testify. They've been printing all fucking day. So
No joke.
and because she loves the smell, it's wonderful. But we're gonna go ahead and do a giveaway right now. So in chat, you're gonna see a message pop up, and it is gonna say to enter. The prize is a custom printed mini shown at break. The raffle has started for viewers. Use the exclamation point mini to enter the raffle. So all you do is you type exclamation point mini into chat, and you will be entered to win the War Troll. And so we're going to go ahead and go on break. We'll be gone for 10 minutes. So we'll be back at 9:32 or 9:33, somewhere around there. And when we get back, we will stop the entries and draw a winner. So guys, please make sure you type that in chat. We love you. We will see you back here in 10 minutes. And I'm going to try and fix my camera before I go. Nope, I'll wait. Kill the dog.
No, I'm not getting the dog.
I don't want to get a dog. Give away the one we got.
Oh my
All right,
God.
guys, we will be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, go to the bathroom.
Ladies
I'm
and
not
gentlemen,
real
thank you so
private.
much for giving us that little repast. We sorry it took a little bit longer, but we were taking care of some things and chit chatting because we're a bunch of hens. So let's go
I
ahead
needed
and
coffee.
huh?
I said I needed coffee.
You did. Okay, so let's go ahead and end this contest.
So
Closing
help
the
me
entries.
God.
What? Choo-choo
I
train?
hear train.
Yes, choo-choo train.
No,
There we
it's just-
go.
let's just
We're
beer
going
is
to pick
trauma.
a winner.
It's Vera's trauma.
2,
Yeah.
1. Bowling her over. What happened? Did it
There's
fail?
a train.
No,
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
no. I hit a pick a winner.
I like how you immediately are like, oh, it's me. What?
Well, I mean, I live by a train track, so
That makes
So
sense.
do we.
That's fair.
Can
I
you
thought it
tell
was
Thomas I say hi?
now which side of the train tracks I live on, that y'all can debate later.
Okay. All right. Cool.
The
All right,
Jersey
that's
side.
odd. It's not letting me pick a winner.
It should be me
It should be you.
because
Where's
I've
my
been
dice box?
campaigning for the War Troll for
There.
3 sessions.
Because you've been campaigning for the War Troll for 3 sessions. All right, I'm going to roll a d6, and we're going to see who wins.
I win.
We're doing the classic. Here we go.
Night Sorrows. I rolled
Oh,
a 3,
congrats!
and she's the third one on my list. Night Sorrows just followed us tonight, and
That's Claire
she
Bear.
won the War Troll.
That's
And Malagos,
my
if you really want a War
sorority
Troll, I'll send you
sister.
one.
I would like a War Troll, yes.
All right,
Wow.
I still got a box
Wait,
up all your
no.
stuff.
I mean, it's almost my 1-year anniversary with Dinner at a Game. I should be able to just ask for stuff.
Yes, absolutely. You should always be able to just ask for stuff.
You know you have your own
I'll probably
box.
say no half the time.
I think I have my own box as well. I have like
Yeah.
You do.
3 coming to me.
Sphinx has
Yeah,
a
I know,
box.
I have a
You
box.
have a box. I think Cripwalker has a box.
Yeah.
You get the box. You get the box. You get
I-
the
You know
I
what? The only
label
person who
all of them.
Everybody gets a box.
Jonathan hasn't won anything. Do you enter ever, Jonathan?
No.
No, you don't, because you don't have a Twitch account. And I don't think Ivy, you don't enter either.
Nope.
You don't want any minis.
No, I love minis. I just figure everybody else that follows us should probably more, be. I should be unbiased and let them enter.
Well, the problem is, 3/4 of the people who come and watch the show don't ever enter.
That's true.
Um,
This is true.
my
Or
husband
you just get a
makes
box.
it, I
What?
still
You get the
enter.
box. You get the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Oh no,
What's in the box?
not that one.
Friendship,
The
minis.
box.
Alrighty. So we will go. I actually have all of her information already. So congratulations, and we will be giving away another mini tomorrow night on Kingdoms of Mist, which is our D&D 5e actual play. Remember though, if you would like to, and you can follow us on our other social media accounts. We have our link tree up in there on our TikTok account. We are giving away this 3D printed tower when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. We are at 860. We are so close, and yet so far because no one likes me. But yeah, we're gonna give this away. It's a 3D printed tower. It breaks down into separate components. It can be stored inside a shoebox. You can build it at different heights, so you don't have to make it all the way up to the 4 stories tall. And it has a door in front that opens and closes. It has a hatch in the roof that opens and closes, and it has stairs for each level. And you can paint it any way you like it. We're gonna give that away when we hit 1,000. And then
Kitty's
here
like to sleep
on
it.
here on Twitch, we're going to give away this set of D&D 5e books. This is the Player's Handbook, the Monstrous Manual, and the DMG, plus that GM screen coming in that slipcase. And you will be able to walk away with that if we hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, and you are the lucky winner of that set. We will be drawing that when we hit 1,000 followers, and we are at 600, and I don't have Twitch up. We are at 600 and something, 670, 660, somewhere in that range. We're getting there. So, let's get back to Macabre Mansion.
Down to business.
Dum,
Defeat
dum, dum.
the hunt.
And
That
I
is how my
just,
ADHD brain works.
and I just decided who's dying this session.
Is it me?
All right.
That's fine. I could totally bring in a Gangrel. Let's go.
That Mark will only refer to as Gangrel.
Her name won't be Gangrel. His name is Gangrel.
Why are all their names Gangrel?
He said his name was Gangrel Primogen.
No. Actually, he did say I am.
He said, I am Gangrel Primogen.
He did put the word "the" in there.
He did not.
No, he didn't.
He
He did not.
didn't.
He said, I am Gangrel Primogen.
I can't argue the point anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We are
That makes
renaming that NPC.
To Gangrel Primogen.
I mean,
Yes.
somebody's going to correct me when I'm not angry, and I'll listen to them. But for now, like...
All right. So, I am assuming people are going to go put Penny and Eric down on the gurneys.
Yep.
Mark, do me a favor.
Sure.
Roll me a D10.
Oh,
Okay.
snap, crackle, pop, Rice
Mhm.
Krispies. Here we
A
go.
D10.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 8. Whatever
Okay.
that is.
So you picked up a random beaker on the bench and drank it. And I came up with a little list in my head of things it could be from being in a lab. And Mark, you need to soak 3 levels of ag as you just drank pure base.
Oh my god, Mark, what are you drinking?
He's coughing up blood right now. He's not drinking
Jesus.
anything.
Wait. I might not be coughing up blood. I might decide I'm gonna man up and like take this one like a champ.
Taking this like a champ. What are you gonna do? Hold all the blood in your mouth? Like, this
Oh,
is-
literally, it's just.
No,
I need this as a meme now. Taking it like a champ. Mark 20.
Serious. I'll write that down.
I rolled 2 successes. I'm dropping willpower. That's 3. I soak it all. I take no damage.
He drops another willpower.
He chokes it back, man.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
So,
No flinching. Just drink it and then like just set it down like I'm done with it.
oh my
Like,
God.
Veer's standing next to you, just looks down. What did you just drink?
he
Tastes
belches.
sort of like toothpaste.
What?
Try another
There's
one.
a little bit of smoke coming out of his mouth.
Mark, are you smoking?
What do I need to roll to try to make that into like smoke rings?
Give me
Wow.
fucking don't
And if I
know.
roll high enough, can I actually make shapes?
I don't know. I have never been asked how to make smoke rings before. Give me a second. I need to find it. Shit. All right.
Wow.
I forgot to open any books. I'm horrible.
I push
Wow.
another cup forward.
Don't.
I just stand there looking absolutely just confused and bewildered by what's happening. Just what?
What the hell just happened?
Don't worry,
Go
Pop,
ahead.
you're good.
I'm trying to find Mark's character sheet and I can't find it for some reason. Well, probably because I'm mad panicking to find it.
Probably.
Documents.
You know that thing where like you're drinking or eating something that your pet can absolutely not under any circumstances have, but they are literally fighting for their life to get it in their mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just that.
It's just
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I set it
I'm
down
having
after I drank it.
issues.
I mean, I just needed to, like, for dramatic effect, drink something after what I said. I wasn't thinking about it very clearly in the moment.
Obviously.
You just needed to drink something after you
Just
said that.
needed to drink. Why not just like mime something or like something that won't almost kill you?
What's gonna almost kill me?
Oh no.
Mark, you didn't actually. Oh, sorry, Jonathan. You didn't actually send me. Oh, who dropped?
We lost
Yeah, I did.
him.
I put it in the Discord a long
Yeah.
time ago. You sent it to everybody else as an
There's your
example
back.
because I was like the first one that gave it to you.
That was your background.
I put all of it in there.
I'll look for it real quick.
I mean, I don't know whether you're gonna find any skills that are super helpful for this because I don't know which one you're gonna throw it under.
Well, because I was looking for something like performance.
I have performance. I mean, I don't have any dots in it, but I do have that on my sheet.
And it's going to be, and you're trying to, it would be like Dex performance.
Okay, I can roll that.
And just trying to blow a smoke ring, difficulty is a 6.
What if I want to do something more complicated than smoke
9.
ring? You know what? We're just gonna go with the smoke ring. So we'll go with
That sounds good.
yeah, that sounds good. That's 4 successes.
Oh, God. So he
Yeah,
blows
no,
a
that-
smoke ring.
Can I do a ring in a ring?
Huh?
Can I
Yes,
do a ring that
for
goes
4
through
successes,
the ring?
you can do a ring in a ring.
So yeah, I blow a ring, and then I blow a second ring that goes through that ring and expands beyond the first ring.
So the smoke rings kind of dissipate into the air, and you... What the heck?
Emma's having problems.
Emma's having sound issues.
Yeah.
Waiting for M. Look at her. She's just a big E.
E.
Oh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
You
Unmute.
Unmute.
You had...
I have to be on my phone.
That's
oh,
okay.
weird. I'm sorry.
That's very
I
strange.
don't know what happened. I'm like literally all of my audio just shut off.
That's
So here's what you
odd.
missed.
That's weird.
I blew a smoke ring, and then blew a second smoke ring through that one that went past it, like through the middle of it, and then expanded bigger than the first one.
And
So,
as those rings
to answer the
dissipate...
smoking question, yes, you're smoking. Okay.
Yeah. So as the smoke rings dissipate and float out... Oh, is there a hydrate? Oh, not what they meant by hydrate. Never mind. They, as the smoke rings dissipate, there is an incredibly noxious, acidic smell in the air, and it like burns your nose.
Just gonna turn back to Penny, like rolling my eyes. I'm not even just gonna.
Vera's baffled, is just watching this. Like, is he about to die right now? Because I'm not doing this again.
You
Please
see,
don't. Please don't.
The lady is has gone over to Penny, and she has what looks to be a pot of paint, silver paint, and she begins painting symbols first on Penny's forehead, then on her throat. Then she paints one. She opens her shirt. She paints one on her sternum. She paints one just above her navel. She paints one on either knee, either ankle, and then she paints one on the bottom of each foot. All the symbols are different except for the ones on the knees and the feet and the bottom of the feet and the ankles and the bottom of the feet. Those are all the same. So as she, after she does this, she does the same to Eric. But his symbols are different. And as she comes back, she takes the paint, and from the symbol on Penny's forehead, she taps the tip of the paintbrush on that symbol, and then raises it off her forehead, and the silver paint is on the air. And as it goes over the air, she draws it over in an arc and walks over to Eric. It's only a couple steps. So she walks over to Eric, still painting the air, and she taps the brush on the symbol of his forehead. And when those two are linked by the paint, she stops and she steps forward, or she steps backwards from the two, and you notice she stepped back into a magic circle. And she steps back into the circle. She brings her hands down in front of her steepled, and she says that, Oh, I see what happened. Sorry, we'll fix that in just a second, guys. I think everyone just got rearranged probably because M came in through a different way, but we'll fix it in a second. But she puts her hands together, steepled, and she says, she just been chanting something under her breath. You can't hear what it is. The circle around her begins to glow. All the silver paint begins to rise off of the bodies, except for the points except for the symbols on the forehead. And as they rise up off the bodies, they begin to glow. Um, Sphinx, are you trying to perceive what she's doing in any way, shape, or form?
Yes.
What is your total prime?
2.
Spirit?
I have nothing in spirit.
Mind?
Nothing in mind yet.
Okay. Mind. Entropy?
Nothing in entropy.
I'm trying to remember if anything else she's using.
What do you have, dude?
Forces, time, matter, and prime.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's no time.
Because you sounded
Not using
magically
matter.
broke for a second.
All right. So as she begins channeling up all the things align, you know that she is using Prime. You can detect it. You know that she is using. What's the other big one she's using? She's using Prime and she's using Spirit heavily. So heavily you can't really unmask anything else she's doing. And she is doing what's called a Great Weave. She is building a spell that connects to an already existing spell in this room. And she is weaving that spell into this spell, and you can feel the fact that she is using the spell that is on this circle to power the symbols on Penny and on Eric.
Can I tell at all what the spell on the circle might be?
Like I said, there's so much Prime and so much Spirit being utilized, you can't see what the other forces are.
Gotcha.
But let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to take another real quick break. I'm going to fix the cameras real fast. And then we'll be right back.
name is Hootie.
Hootie?
Oh my god, that's
Nice.
adorable.
That is awesome.
Does she have friends and do they have a band and they call the Blowfish?
Companion named Blowfish.
Are they blowfish? Like,
It's
The
a
actual
little salamander because she's a land druid desert, so
That's
That's
funny.
Alrighty.
That rocks.
barbarian. Little baby's a barbarian too.
Even better.
So we got everyone lined back up mostly. I'm doing the little bit of movement that I need to do to get everyone exactly where they are. So Mark was on fire internally.
Vera's concerned.
But the ritual seems to be going through, and she is absolutely just kind of locked and riveted in concentration. What are you rest of you doing while she is performing this magical ritual?
I
Making
am.
my purse for Tums, for Mark.
Vera's just standing by Mark with a concerned look, having seen these rings of smoke, and then kind of turns her attention back to what is happening in front of her.
I'm looking
Emrys
for
is just
Tums,
standing
honey.
next
Don't
to
worry.
his Tati and just watching.
And what is
inching?
Rosaline done?
She's just observing for now.
Gotcha. And Milagros, what is Pandora doing?
Pandora's like inching into Vera's direction, but also because that's where the like hallway is, and she might scamper off to look at the stained glass again. She isn't quite decided yet because
She
this
isn't
is
quite decided.
stressful as fuck, and like what there's nothing else she can do right now.
Fucker.
Vera kind of seeing you like inching closer will just kind of like shift slightly to let you pass her, thinking that's what you're doing is leaving.
Leaving. All right. So you guys watch as she continues to hold that pose. The letters float up above. As they float up above, they begin to move together in that empty space between them. And you see as they do, the letters kind of transpose over each other. When they do that, they seem to... Hey, here's a question I haven't asked before. Sphinx, what languages does Emrys read, write, and speak?
Of course, English. Speaks French or Haitian because of his Tati, and Celestial because of his training with the house.
Okay. No classics, no Latin, no nothing like that?
Probably Latin.
Okay. So you recognize that the language, the symbols that they're forming now are words in Latin. There is words in Celestial. There is words in several other languages. And each one of them are ties to how tied is Emrys into like spirituality?
Meaning,
Does he know a lot about different religious practices?
He does.
Okay, so the basic setup of this is representing of the chakras, and it is all the chakras, but the focus seems to be on the mind chakra, and the third eye chakra, which is the one directly on the forehead, and this is the link that's forming between the two of them. The words that are being made out of these symbols have solidified in the center between them, and the arc between them begins to glow. The glow intensifies until it's kind of like looking at the filament of a light bulb. It's this wire thin thing that's glowing incredibly bright, and it actually hurts your eyes. As the brightness intensifies to the point where it's actually painful, you hear her voice singing out like just one pure note. And when she does that, everything in the room seems to vibrate for a second, and then the filament between the two of them breaks. And when it does so, she is standing there as your vision begins to come back, because now you have just that arc of light in your eyeballs. As your vision begins to come back, she's standing there over them, and she is standing beside. Actually, she's standing beside Eric, and you see that she has begun weaving bands of force and wrapping around him and like pinning him to the gurney. But these are bands of force, much like your force cage. And they're basically, she's bound him down to the gurney itself. And she reaches, she actually goes to the bench, picks up what looks to be a small sensor, and she dips her finger in it, and she begins writing down script in what appears to be ash on Eric's forehead.
Can I see what language he's using from where I'm standing?
You don't recognize it.
Okay.
And right about that time, Penny kind of like moans a little bit.
I turn my attention directly to Penny.
She kind of lifts her hand and she puts her hand on her head. And she kind of like sits up slowly. And she opens her eyes. And she's looking around at all you guys, and she says,
Hey, kiddo.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh. And you see on her forehead, right in the center where that symbol was painted, there's a burn mark. And she says,
I just go over to her and put my arms around her. I don't say a word.
She kind of just like, she hugs you back for a minute, and then she kind of looks over, and she sees Eric on the gurney, and she says, what's going on with him?
Don't touch.
Yeah.
Just saying. No.
The two of you were kind of locked in this weird mental state. This is, and I gesture over to Lady Ellery. This is Lady Ellery. She helped separate you two, but she's keeping him here.
And Lady Ellery kind of turns back to face you, and before, where her eyes were that super white, almost white blue, now her eyes seem to be a much more deep shade of like an aqua blue. And her eyes also seem sunken, and you can see bags now on her face, and the skin on her face, which was before was like seamless, almost like it was pulled tight, now seems to have pores, and there's a little bit of sag in her cheeks. Those cheekbones are not like straight as razors. And she kind of like coughs a little bit, and she says, it is best to keep him contained and asleep until I can find a way to ensure that he will not lose his temper.
That's a good plan.
There's
Thank
a
you so
dragon
much.
in that.
And she
Be
kind of
careful.
looks at, what'd you say, baby?
There's a dragon in that. Be careful. Just saying.
She says, I know the dragon is there. He's
Okay.
one of the reasons I wanted to see the boy.
Of course. We need to go now. Just.
Remember,
Okay.
you're out of time here.
That's a good point.
If you wish
Oh,
to see what I am going to do with the boy, then I can show you what I prepared for him.
No, I don't need to see that. I'm good.
I'm curious.
And she says, very well.
Not in front of the girl.
And she goes, follow me. And she goes up the stairs.
I'll give Penny a quick squeeze. I'll be back.
And Penny kind of like says, hang on. And she swings her legs over. And she tries to stand up. And she almost instantly falls.
I catch her. It's like, nah, hey, no, you've been through
Yeah.
some shit. You need to
Hey.
just rest.
Sorry, there's a cat going by my front door and it set off my ring. Haha.
Our
Mark,
cat
stop
getting
it.
beat.
Mark, stop it.
Stop.
Damn it, Mark.
But no, yeah, you catch her. She kind of like, she holds on to you. And she says, you're leaving Mark here?
That was the agreement.
Agreement for
You mean
what?
Eric?
Eric. Yeah, Mark.
Okay.
We're leaving Mark here?
That's why I was like, hold up.
What the fuck?
No one told me
I
we're
don't
leaving
really
Mark
know.
here.
Damn, like,
I just thought I'd throw you a curveball.
I knew what you meant, but yeah.
Yeah,
my brain heard
smoking,
Eric
so-
and not Mark.
But yeah, she says, we're leaving Eric here.
Yes.
Yep.
That was the
Jesus.
agreement.
She says, who is this? Where is this? What's going
We're in a
on?
Horizon realm, Penny.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
This lady is an old friend of Tati, and she brought us here so that we could disentangle your minds without any harm to either of you. And as payment, Eric stays.
I want to see what she has planned for him too.
Are you sure you're up to this?
And she kind of looks over and she looks at Vera and she says, help me up the stairs.
Okay.
Okay.
Go on ahead. I got her. We'll be there in a second.
Okay. I'll give Penny a quick kiss on the forehead, and I'll go up the stairs.
I will help her up and hold her by the shoulders if I need to, or however she needs to wrap her arm around my neck, and I will help her up the stairs.
She's getting stronger, but you kind of basically end up just like kind of wrapping your arm around her waist and just lifting her up and walking up the stairs with her.
Yeah, easy enough.
Yeah, because she weighs like 110 pounds or 120
Yeah,
pounds.
this is fine.
And with your potence, it's like nothing.
It's,
So you
it's like
carry
holding
her.
a couple of grapes.
Huh? Yeah, a couple of grapes.
It's like holding a couple of grapes.
yeah, today's some grapes. Yep.
Just don't squish the grapes.
I'm not squishing the grapes. I'm just walking.
So, what are the rest of you doing while they're going upstairs?
Oh, I want to go upstairs too. I can't wait to see this go horribly wrong.
I love your enthusiasm. I love how into this you are.
I'm going back to the stained glass.
As you
I
guys are
warned them about these exact things happening, and nobody wanted to listen to me. And now
I'm
it's
gonna
all
laugh if it goes completely right, and Mark's like, "Well, fine," but like,
Yeah,
had it
no,
gone
literally.
wrong,
Yeah, but it got wrong. Yeah.
As you guys,
Down.
If it goes right, he's just gonna shrug and like not say anything.
'Cause he's a
I guess
cat.
no, it'll be well. I guess Gaia had a plan.
Oh,
Right.
God.
what were you saying, Em? I didn't hear you.
Rosaline's just gonna hang out downstairs.
Okay. In the basement or just downstairs? On the first floor.
Not in the basement. We're gonna go up to where.
So
we-
everyone basically goes upstairs, and I'm assuming that means Emery's, Vera, Penny, and Mark are going upstairs. What about Sunny and Pandora?
I'm going back to the stained glass.
So you're standing in the foyer, on the
Yep.
entry. Where's Sunny going? You muted yourself. Sorry, that was cute.
Y'all just all know what I say.
No, I can. You can. We can all see when you're muted on the screen. So.
No, it's just I say the same thing every
Yes,
time
fuck.
somebody.
Anyway, so, but what is Sunny doing?
I want to see the show.
Okay, so Sunny's going upstairs too. So everyone begins filing upstairs except for Finn and Rosaline. Finn kind of walks over to
Pandora's standing
Rosaline.
in the foyer.
And yeah, Pandora's staying in the
Yeah,
foyer.
I'm not staying with them.
So Finn kind of walks over to you, Rosaline, and he says, "What do you think it would cost? What do you think she would ask?" I
For what?
Where's she? Place is out of time. I can feel the dreaming. I can probably open a trod. It would be difficult, and the way may be dangerous, but we could technically leave.
I would not recommend that.
You're going upstairs.
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
What just?
No,
What was that, Rosalind?
We gotta wait on the others.
It's like, I don't think the others have our problems.
Okay, we're a pack. Can we stick together? Fuck.
no, apparently
we all
we're
did
gonna
say
go
that we
look
were
at the
going.
lights.
Right? Like, what the fuck?
He kind of Fins looks at you and he says, "You always like doing things the hard way."
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Phrasing.
This is what you're signing up for if we're going through with this.
He says, "You know, we're technically trying to not go through with it. I mean, I thought that's what we were fighting for, unless you changed your mind."
You know what? Let's go see what Pandora's doing.
She's staring
Please!
at the stained glass ceiling.
Please! She's lying like flat on the floor. It's like her neck started to hurt, so she just lied straight down on the floor and was just like.
I think she took LSD.
I don't need to.
Sorry.
He says, it kind of like, as you're like trying to walk by him to go to check on Pandora, he kind of just like reaches out and like he catches your hand. He doesn't grab you by the wrist. He doesn't grab you by the forearm. He doesn't grab you by the upper arm. He literally manages to catch your fingers in his fingers, and it's almost like a dance move. He pulls on your hand gently enough to stop your momentum, while he uses that to pull himself forward. He spins across your arm and across you, and ends up in front of you, facing you.
Awesome.
And as he does this, his hair literally floats around his face and flips around in front of him and lands like in a perfect coif. And he says, "I really think we should discuss this a bit more."
Ole.
Do I married him?
And as you see that, I need to roll something. What is your current banality?
Mine?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me check. 3.
Oh shit.
It's a Latin thing, man.
Yes.
You feel the warmth of his expression. You can see in his eyes. There is fear, there is trepidation, there is concern. You can feel his need to protect you. You can feel his... It feels like somehow he is literally reaching out to you.
You can feel his vulnerability, his strength.
Another thing you can feel and you can see almost is his desire for you.
Oh, I'm
Come on now.
And he kind of looks you in the eyes, and he steps a little bit closer, and he says, "We are technically timeless, and here we can be. And I can't think of a better way to be forever." But if you want to do it the hard way, say the word. Say the word. And I will burn the world for you.
Does he have a sister? Or like...
Is Pandora saying this?
No.
You-
She's like not even no.
From the floor.
No, she's like sunglasses off, just like staring
From the
at the
floor.
time of her life right now.
So you actually are being swept up in this huge surge of emotions.
Yep.
What did you feel for him technically before this little speech? Was it more, I mean, he's physically perfect. Beyond that.
Confusion.
Confusion
A
mainly?
lot of confusion.
You feel that confusion transforming into certainty.
Oh shit.
You
I
feel,
can see
and
what's happening.
you do understand that I'm telling you this. You feel that confusion turning into certainty. You feel resolve where there was questions. And you feel something you really haven't felt before. You feel a want to make him feel better. To make him feel secure and safe. And that's where we're going to wrap up for the night.
Oof!
That's why you don't fuck with the Fae.
Oof!
Even if you are Fae.
Oh no.
Sovereign is the
Especially
shit.
Shit is catchy. Shit is catchy.
Owen Wilson, wow. Baby, that doesn't work yet.
I was trying to figure out. Like,
No,
what that
it's
was.
I put in the sound bites, but I didn't get to put them into this, and
Oh,
there's going to be a
okay.
bunch of stuff you can do soon where you can play different sounds.
Wow.
I think it would have been appropriate.
Wow.
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I need a nap.
Oh no.
What's
Rose, the
wrong?
one thing she didn't want to do, and I feel like this happened, she's getting played like a fucking fiddle right now.
Oh.
I like that
Let me
we
tell
all
you a
yelled
song
at your
called Small
husband.
Violin. Thank you, Black Rose. I appreciate
Do you mean he's killing you softly with his song? Killing you
Oh,
softly
God.
With his song, telling your whole life with his words, killing you softly?
it.
With
Killing
his
me
song?
softly.
If this goes wrong, guess who she's gonna blame first?
Oh, I'm
Guess
sure.
I'm
sure.
She's coming for you.
Oh, I thought you were saying like if this goes wrong, and then I was like, we eat him, but then you just like
We
That's
eat him.
also an
Die.
option.
Eat him.
I mean, I won't eat him, but
Beer
you-
will. I'll drink.
Here will.
yeah, we eat him.
Okay,
Vera will get
there you
high
go.
as hell.
You can eat him. I'll drink the blood.
Wait, Vera and I can have like a lady.
That'll
in the
be our
pant moment
bonding.
eating him.
Yeah, there we
If he
go.
hurts Rose, it's over.
That's it.
Alright. So,
Wow.
everyone, thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope everyone enjoyed the trauma, the emotional
Right.
damage.
Emotional damage.
And I hope you join us next week for more of the same. M, since you were the last one to be traumatized, where can people find you to watch you go through other trauma?
So on this Thursday, I'll be on turn page 394, where I am DMing a Star Wars 5e campaign. Friday, you can find me on Vampiric Touch ENT, where I am playing Exalted. A new episode of Arcadia Bay University will drop on Spotify on Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Friday night into Saturday morning, you can find me after Exalted on the Figment Collective, where we are playing PDX by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade game.
When the hell do you sleep?
She doesn't.
I go to sleep at 2 a.m., 2:30 in the morning on Saturday, and then I get up, and then I have my home game at like 4 in the afternoon.
So you sleep from 2 a.m. to 4
To 8. No,
to 8, and that's for the
Another
week?
That's for the week?
No, this is actually, besides this one, Tuesdays and Friday and Saturday are my late night.
Yep. Ivy, where can folks find you?
Hello, that's me. You can find me on Mondays over at Dice Cream Sandwich, where I play Farrell, the Circle of the Moon Druid, where we are actually doing the end of our 2-year campaign, and about to fight our BBEGs. I say multiple. And it'll be good. It'll be a good time. And Tuesdays you can find me here, and then in the future, hopefully a couple other places. But currently that's it, just because everything else is up in the air.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ivy.
Anytime.
Sphinx,
Yeah.
where can the lovely folks find you?
Well, you can find me here on Tuesdays, playing, of course, with these fine folks in Emerald Sanctums. On Wednesdays, you can find me back here once again, playing Kingdoms of Mist, where I play Valestein O'Call, a Kalishtar bard / sorcerer, and the adopted father to Utopia. On every other Friday, you can find me with the Alex Bomb channel, playing Initiatives and Intrigue, where I play Badru Kamar, who is a glamour bard and Twilight cleric. On the Fridays that we're not doing that, I run my own campaign called Agents of the Circle on the ADH Adventures channel. It is a Eberron homebrew, where right now they're in the middle of a heist / kidnapping. It's the kidnapping plot, so that's going to be fun. And every other Saturdays, with ADH Adventures, playing Heroes Arc, where I play Raziel Jahari, my ASMR necromancer. We're in the middle of our pirate arc right now, so that's a lot of fun. Raziel has no recollection of the love of his life, and they're out looking for his memories, as well as sorting out a plot by this old evil nation empire and the pirate nation to invade the Feywild. So that's also a whole thing. On the alternating Saturdays, we're bringing back Unlicensed Magic, where I am playing Zan, a Eladrin Oath of the Watcher Paladin, who is a reformed BBEG.
Excellent.
So yeah, and starting in March, we will be I and Grim Songbird and Meister Hypster will be putting out our new podcast, Madness in the Myth, where we pretty much take a drunk history approach to mythology. And our first season is all about ridiculous sexcapades in mythology, so look out for that. Not for the faint of heart.
There you go. It is an adults-only escapade.
Oh boy, is it. Mythology is wild.
And Milagros, I know you're finishing up school, so it's taking a lot of your time, but where can people find your content?
People can find, well, my content is linked in my link tree. I'm mostly on TikTok right now, but still like sporadically. I'm headed for YouTube, and for Twitch once I'm done with school and moved. But if you want to see me regularly, I am here with Dinner and a Game Tuesday and Wednesday nights. They cannot get rid of me, and they never will.
Absolutely.
And I'll keep just like joining whatever starts up here. I just live here.
This is your home.
It is.
This is where you live. All right.
These are my people. In our Kingdoms of Mist campaign, I play Utopia Okal, formerly Aster. She's finally not the center of all the chaos. Finally, after 30 sessions. It's just great.
You can rest.
Feels great.
I told you, my wife's character was the main source of tension in our 7th C game for what, a year and a half? As we search for a oh wait, I muted you, sorry, because of the dog. Oh, there you are.
18 months.
18 months, yeah, so basically a year and a half. And so, yeah, she loved every second of it, let me tell you. She was so happy. She was so happy. And then we found her missing father, and he promptly died.
Yeah.
He was hit by a cannonball. It's okay, he's fine.
Yeah, I feel you. He killed my dad, too.
No.
You didn't kill your dad.
No, she said I killed her dad.
Yeah, you did. You're the DM. You wrote the game.
No.
You killed my dad.
No, the bad guys
He
did.
was off screen, but you killed him.
The bad guys did.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, gee willikers. I wonder who plays the bad guys.
Jonathan, thank you very much for being here. Jonathan is one of our OG members of Dinner and a Game. He was back with us in 2018 when we started out. He's here just to have a good time and play characters that drive everyone insane, and we appreciate it and love it so much. And we appreciate and love you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for showing up tonight. You're muted.
I drove somebody insane?
Not yet, but you're working on it really hard.
You're
doing such a good job.
Vera's just confused.
And you know what? We're not in the Couch and Quill, so you can't have the argument over the chair right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what it is.
No, and he went upstairs and didn't try to hog the dome. So
So, and my beautiful wife, thank you so much for being here. Jessica is actually the social media manager for Dinner and a Game. She is the one who facilitates our Facebook page, which has almost 14,000 followers, and she is the one who basically finds all our articles that we share out there and finds almost all the content we share out there. She works incredibly hard at it, and I appreciate you, baby. I love you, and thank you for showing up for this game. And I know you weren't feeling well, so I'm keeping your trauma to a minimum, but it's not preferential treatment because I tortured you for decades before this. So,
and we're gonna stay married, so I'm.
Well, torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, decades.
Yeah.
We do it for the love.
I love how Duncan's doing that.
Hey, he's married. He knows.
I mean, it's not entirely torture, though.
But it's the good torture.
Sure. We'll call it torture.
The food's good.
In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we thank everyone, absolutely everyone, for being here in the audience. We appreciate all of you. No matter how big our audience is, no matter small our audience is, we don't care. We show up to do this because we love gaming. We love each other. We want to be here and provide you with this entertainment week after week. We have possibly more things coming up in the future. We will see. We are working on things all the time.
You're so cute, Em. Oh my gosh.
And we will hopefully have news on that soon, maybe. And in the meantime, we hope you all stay safe. We hope you all stay well. Remember, wear a mask when you can. When you go outside, it's still out there. It's still going crazy. Jessica and I are still getting over it. And if you can, make sure you stay safe, because at Dinner and Game, we always save you a seat at the table. We want you to come back next time to join that table. Guys, who should we raid? Anyone got any preferences?
You know what my preference is?
ADH
Our
Adventures.
Our husband is on ADH Adventures, and apparently he has made the DM cry.
Our husband.
We are now
Let's
rating.
go.
Oh my goodness.
It's our husband.
Didn't we yell at him earlier?
Yes.
Well, via M we did. All right, so let's go ahead and hit up ADH Adventures, where our husband is making the GM cry, and we all know that that means that a good time is to be had there. So let ADH Adventures know that you came for dinner to game. Make sure you follow them if you haven't. They're creating incredible content. We love you all. We'll see you all tomorrow night for Kingdoms of Mist, and we'll see you next week